You know, when Rich Little's Christmas Carol first hit the airwaves on our beloved CBC in 1978, this was an era where CBC would rarely come up with great successes like this because the budget for productions are not like 2022 when everybody wants to defund the CBC when we are producing some of the best international shows ever of the last decade. But this was kind of the great grandfather of that great success we're enjoying now. Now, Rich Little's Christmas Carol, broadcast in Canada as A Christmas Carol, is a award-winning TV special that premiered on CBC in December 78, in the United States on a home box office on December 16, 1979. It won an International Emmy for, get this, UK. I don't know why it was entered by them in for entertainment programming. It was produced by the CBC. It starred the great impersonator Rich Little in a one-man performance with impersonations of his characters playing the parts in Charles Dickens' 1843 holiday story. Now, the key one, of course, was W.C. Fields. That was typecasting as Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm dreaming of a tight Christmas. So it was kind of rolling gags because Bob Cratchit was played by who but Paul Lynde. Fred as his uncle, as his nephew Johnny, played by Johnny Carson. Lauren and Hardy as the two solicitors. Richard Nixon as the ghost as Jacob Marley, surrounded by tape. Humphrey Bogart as the ghost of Christmas Past. Groucho Marx as Fezziwig, he's old boss. Jamie Stewart as Dick Wilkins, he also sings a couple of songs. Peter Falk as Columbo, the ghost of Christmas Present. Gene Stapleton as Edith Bunker, Mrs. Cratchit. Truman Capote, God bless us everyone. Peter Sellers, a sober citizen, as Inspector Clouseau, but Sellers didn't like his performance. He didn't think he got Clouseau down pat, but to me, he did a great job. James Mason, George Burns, and John Wayne as a tree businessman decrying his death, and of course Jack Benny as a turkey-wielding boy at the end of the play. Now, the show was shot on videotape and included a laugh track. Didn't need any type of laugh track. There's so many one-liners here, it's hard to keep track. When Cratchit starts singing Staying Alive because it's so cold. But the basic plot is W.C. Fields, Ebenezer Scrooge, runs a shipping a bottle business, and Cratchit is drinking the bottles too quick, and that's why it's going bankrupt. Now, in 1963, Little did something similar and released the LP Scrooge and the Stars, which again may have been the inspiration for the version of Christmas Carol. On this LP, Little portrayed Scrooge as Jack Benny. Now, the sequel to this wasn't a Christmas Carol sequel. It was his take on Robin Hood legend with many of the same characters he portrayed in this. Now, this got widespread acclaim, and at one point it was the highest rated Christmas special on CBC every year, other than White Christmas and A Christmas Story. But when it first came on the CBC, ladies and gentlemen, what a sensation. Everybody was talking about it. I think it was the most talked about Christmas special that CBC ever ran, other than The Muppet Christmas, which came on a few years later. But Rich Little had basically said in published reports, this is one of his best performance on TV, bar none. Now, Mr. Bean's Christmas special is the only thing to compare with this. But ladies and gentlemen, back in the day, the show was sponsored by Kraft Sunday nights, and sometimes it was showed 2 or 3 times during the Christmas season. That means it's a really, really, really good show. But his impersonation as Nixon, as Jacob Marley, has to be seen to be believed. Like, he challenged Nixon, probably the best he ever did in his career. And W.C. Fields with the red nose, kind of a takeoff of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but here, a hopeless drunk. Anyway, thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you love Christmas, give me a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And you can find a Rich Little Christmas special on YouTube in a kind of a 47-minute version with none of the Canadian commercials intact. Thanks for listening, and again, Merry Christmas. Bye.